Oh, it's going to be a steamy one, especially out by the grill. A few clouds and loads of warmth as we give you that cheesy, melty forecast. 92 degrees our expected high today with no more than a 10% shot at those showers. Ashley.
All right, thanks, Bill. With the busy week of the RNC in Tampa now behind us and the DNC gearing up for Charlotte this week in North Carolina, I'm joined now by Adam Goodman with the Victory Group, a Republican media consulting firm. Also, former Democratic Congressman from our area, Jim Davis. Thank you both for being here. First, with this huge, busy, special week now behind us, I want to know your overall impressions of the RNC now that it's settled in. Jim?
I think we did very well. Probably the best example of that is the hurricane. It was right here, but we didn't flinch and we were prepared. And I think we showed that we are a strong, hospitable city. I mean, there'll certainly be lessons we can learn from the experience about how we can do a large convention even better next time. But I think on balance, we did very well.
Sure. Adam, anything that surprised you that you didn't expect, your overall impressions of the RNC?
Well, two things. One, I want to echo what Jim just said. I think the city and the region look great. We proved we're really major league. What surprised me? Well, I think the Eastwood film is now up to 700,000 tweets.
Surprised everyone.
But I think it felt good. I talked to a lot of the delegates, a lot of the out-of-towners that obviously came in. They all felt that the people here were wonderful. Everything was really well organized. I think, as they said, I think the slogan was Tampa shines. I think we really did shine, even though a little storm tried to get in the way.
We like to hear that, though. Tampa shines. Being that the RNC was held here in Tampa, could that translate into those coveted I-4 corridor Tampa votes for the GOP ticket, your ticket?
Well, I think the president's already planning to come down here immediately after Charlotte. So this is still the real battleground. There are really two places to look, in my opinion. There's Florida and it's Ohio. And they're going to compete like crazy for both. And I think both states are very much open.
I think so, because this was in our backyard, and a lot of folks who normally don't pay attention for a while or as closely watched. And they saw details like the platform. Normally, most people don't pay attention to platforms. So I think that will sink in. And for those few undecided voters here in the I-4, I think it will have an impact.
Looking ahead to the DNC, too, we've already seen protesters out this morning in Charlotte. Your predictions as the DNC gets underway in Charlotte?
Well, I will be there. It's a little bit like Tampa. Downtown Charlotte's a very nice place, but it's very small and compact, so they're cramming a lot of people in there. I think they're going to have more protesters because it's a weather issue and it's more accessible, and the Bank of America is a target for protesters right now.
Adam, what about the politicking, too, of the DNC? Will we see them a rebuttal tone, if you will? Do you think we'll see them allude to anything we saw at the RNC, be it the Eastwood speech, Mitt Romney's big speech, or do you think they'll start anew with their own message?
Well, I think Romney scored a lot of points in terms of his speech. It was part State of the Union, part biographical, and a lot of getting people pumped up. That's what the president has to measure up against. I think that message-wise, it comes down to this. Romney says we've got to fix the country. That's his message. The president says we're starting to turn things around. Don't mess with it now. Whichever message I think wins out between those two is going to probably be the winner in the fall. And I think that's what the Democrats have to prove next.
Former Florida Governor, too, Charlie Crist, we're told, will be speaking at the DNC. Both of you, I want your take on it first, Jim.
I don't think it'll have any impact on the election. I think this is about Charlie Crist.
All right.
I think Charlie Crist is his own party. And I think that will become more and more evident even at the Democratic National Committee.
Final thoughts before we let you go, a sort of lightning round, if you will. Back to the RNC, biggest winners, biggest losers of the RNC, if any. Jim?
Governor Romney had the burden to get his message out. Time will tell if he offered an alternative to the president. If he simply said get rid of the president without an alternative, he's not going to win. I'm not sure that message got out.
Adam, biggest winner, biggest loser?
Biggest winner, Mitt Romney, together with 3 Floridians by the names of Bush, Rubio, and Bondi.
Adam Goodman with the Victory Group for being here. Jim Davis, I really appreciate you all. I know we'll be hearing a lot more from you throughout the week at the DNC, and you too as well, Adam. John, we'll send it over to you.
100 miles north of Tampa is Rainbow Springs. It's a one-day trip to a state park with camping, snorkeling, and a lazy river. Terry Tomlin goes exploring in this morning's Everyday Adventures.
Sure, I know it's hot, but we're up here on the